Hello, love, and welcome to the 222 Energy Portal. I am so excited about today because this is not just an average energy portal or just another manifestation portal that we see. And I feel that there's a lot of misinformation that rolls around the internet, and we find all of these Instagram influencer astrologers who are using ChatGPT or Googling information and just sharing it. And, when it comes to energy and astrology, there is a lot of information out there. But what's really important is to really connect in with how this energy aligns and relates to you and your frequency, and not just a meme on the internet. So while that information that floats around, some of it can be very useful and inspiring and uplifting, a lot of my clients will talk to me about how they've taken the manifestation courses and they've followed these astrologers, and nothing ever seems to happen for them the way that it says it's supposed to. Or they're doing the 3x33 or 5x55 manifestation techniques, or, doing this and doing that, and nothing ever seems to be working for them. And that can be for a variety of reasons, right? And that's not what we're here to talk about today. But one of the biggest things that I notice is that we are always tending to search outside of ourselves for the answers. We're looking for another course or another technique or another secret or tip that someone has who is super successful or who has manifested millions of dollars into their lives or into their business. And we think they have the secret sauce. And so we invest all this money into their courses or their programs or buying their different books and techniques. And we follow all of these tips and tricks and pathways only to find that we're still in the same situation. And I've said this to a client recently that, and it was 222 as I said that. I said this to a client recently. If you're purchasing a manifestation course or you're learning about manifesting from a professional, then you should never need another manifestation course. Am I right? If you're following everything that this manifestation guru has told you, then what do you need another course for? What do you need another? When you really think about it like that, her mind was blown. And I said, here is what's missing. In my experience and in my opinion, because I've been there, I bought all the courses, tried all the techniques, did all the things. What was missing from the entire experience was me. No one was guiding me back to me. They were giving me techniques. They were giving me things to write out in journals and rituals to perform and all the things that I was looking outward. Nothing ever guided me back within myself. And I share that because I realized on the journey of going back inward into myself is when I realized I was manifesting things I didn't even really want. These were not authentic manifestations. I was trying to reach a certain rank in a company, or I was trying to hit a certain goal financially. And when I really peeled back the layers and got down into the depths of my soul, or what we talk about on the internet, to the root of your why, right? It was because I was told that this is what success means. This is what satisfaction looks like. This is what money and finances can do for you. But when I got into the depth of my being, or the root of my soul, the core of who I am, these aren't even things that I truly believed in. These weren't even things that I even cared about. So as I peeled back the layers and I went on this journey inward, I started to realize the reason these techniques and these tips and tricks and these secret sauces were not the secret sauces that I needed were because I was not truly manifesting from the authentic version of myself, from the authentic part of my soul. And the message that I was receiving very clearly as I was channeling this message here for today is that the collective is in this awakening space. We are all waking up to the truth. And I want to be very clear. There's a big difference between woke culture and an awakening Okay, there's a very big difference between what we're calling woo-woo and true spiritual belief, true higher level consciousness, whether it's wealth consciousness, health consciousness, love, and authenticity. We're not talking about woke or woo-woo. We're talking about true understanding, true connection and alignment with this vibrational frequency. We see these memes floating around. Your vibe attracts your tribe. But then when we use the word frequency, we lose people. Understanding that vibe is a short word for vibration, vibrational frequency. Your frequency or your energy. It's all, your energy is a frequency. Your vibe means frequency. So if we're not paying close attention to mastering or maintaining our own vibrational frequency, our vibe is off. If we are out here focused on a promotion or a rank advancement or a certain amount of money, that is so out of alignment with your soul. What your soul craves and desires when you get down into the root of it all is liberation, peace, joy, freedom. And then when you think about those things, like freedom of what? What do you want to or need to be free from? And you can go down this path of heartbreak and pain. Maybe it's financial distress, right? Maybe you feel like you're in debt and there's a whole, this is a way outside the topic, but true wealth consciousness embraces debt, because debt is just abundance that was given to you at one point in time and allows you to get into integrity with your money to, recirculate it. It's not a bad thing, but I'm going to get off that soapbox. The message that I'm getting here with the 222 portal is, first, let me talk to you about what the true meaning of this portal today is. 111, back on January 11th, is all about new beginnings. It's about opening new doors, creating new pathways for the year ahead. 1111 at the end of the year is about kind of cultivating all of that energy, sitting in reflection. How far have I come? And it opens up this gateway, and it almost lays out the pathway to 111, right? Then we had 22. 22 is like, when you think about the trailer of a movie, it's like, that was like the trailer. That was like the teaser, right? To get you really excited and start anticipating and looking forward to this 222 opening. 222 is not about taking that bold, inspired action. Okay, that's a big thing in manifestation that we learn, is like when we're going out and manifesting, that we need to take the inspired action. And while that's true, remember what I said in the beginning of this message is about getting back to the true root of why are you even manifesting this? What is it that you are truly desiring? When you get into the depths of your being, down into your soul, you realize that some of the things that you're trying to attract or call in are not even in alignment with what your soul is here to do or be or have. So first, getting into alignment with who you truly are. This day is not about taking that bold, inspired action. It is about opening your energy up. It is about surrendering. It is about trusting divine timing and the divine plan. And how do we do that? Well, that's all inside that ebook for you that's included with this message. There's different reflections and there are different things to think about and reflect on, and how you can kind of really go inward. I also want to invite you to work with the shadow. The shadow work is very simple. It is not this dark, scary place that we have to be afraid to go into. It is about facing our the things that don't feel great, the things that we're not most proud of, the things that we're not going to go out into the world and say, "Whoa, I get pissed off so easily." That's not a badge of honor that most of us want to wear, right? It's about looking at our triggers and asking ourselves, why? My husband pissed me off because he left wet towels on the floor, but what am I really pissed off about? What did that actually trigger within me? And it's about kind of catching yourself before you continue in that loop, right? It's like we get so caught up and we get on autopilot. Oh my gosh, there's wet towels on the floor again. Doesn't this person know? I've told, and we go in this loop and this spiral. Facing the shadow and doing the shadow work is noticing that feeling bubbling up inside of you and going, nope, not going to react. I'm going to respond, and I'm going to respond by going inward into myself and asking myself, what is this actually bringing up in me? Because the fact that there's wet towels on the floor maybe it's a little annoying. It's like an annoyance because you feel like you're, repeating yourself on a broken record. But the message that I'm getting with that is I have no idea whose husband is leaving wet towels on the floor or your kids, because it's not mine, but this is coming through pretty strongly. But if that's not for you, just hear the analogy of it and understand the message. Typically, the reason that is so triggering for you is because it is reminding you that you're out of you're not in power, you're not in control. You feel like you've lost your power because it's something that you have said over and over and over again. It's something that you have shared and asked them to listen to, and they're not listening. You're feeling unheard, you're feeling unseen, you're feeling out of your power, like you're not in control. So it invites you to ask yourself, first of all, what part of you is desiring to be heard and seen? What part of you needs to be in control and why? Typically, it has nothing to do even with the current relationship. It usually has nothing to do with the towels on the floor. Usually has nothing to do with the person inside of this specific experience. So as these triggers may come up for you, facing the shadow, and the energy of today is a great way to do that, is really getting back into alignment with, okay, what is this trying to teach me? What is my soul actually here to learn and to grow through? And now, I wanted to say a message of growth, but that's not, it's an opportunity, a moment of growth that you get to sit and be proud of and celebrate yourself for. 1212, as I'm saying that, that's just a double number there, look that up on the clock. So sitting in celebration of this moment of growth for you. You broke the cycle. You stopped the loop. You threw a wrench in the wheel. It's like you disrupted the pattern. You rewired it. You stopped the flow of this spiral and you went, I'm not going to respond to this today. I'm going to find out, why is this pissing me off in the first place? And why do I feel it's so important for me to be heard and seen about this? And I promise you, when you realize it has nothing to do with the towels, it has nothing to do with the husband or the kid, it has nothing to even do with the current situation, you have no idea. It's like backpedaling years and years, sometimes even lifetimes of wounding and trauma. And every single time that you can face this, what we call the shadow, which it's really just these opportunities for learning and growth. Every time we face it and we catch ourselves, it's like, whoop, we just rewired the circuit. We just jumped timelines. We just ended the loop. We broke the cycle. Thank you so much. I'm also hearing some of us are programmed. I'm saying this at 1333, so 333, look up that number. Some of us are programmed to respond based on our own upbringing. So for example, if you were brought up with a family member who maybe every time something spilled, like freaked out or yelled, right? Or every time something was like frustrating, the person just yelled. You may hate that. You may not want to be a yeller. It's like the very thing, you look at that person in your upbringing, you're like, gosh, they were so angry. But yet you catch yourself almost doing the same thing. Understanding, receiving this love from your guides and your angels and your higher self, understanding that's not you. You can forgive yourself. You can forgive that person, and you can release it by simply choosing a new thought, choosing a new reaction, catching yourself, again, break that cycle, catch yourself in that loop. It's never too late. Also, they're saying you can do this. Okay, thank you. If you catch yourself yelling, you can hit the pause button mid-yell and go, no, I don't want to yell. I'm not going to be a yeller. I'm sorry for yelling. Apologize to yourself, apologize to the other person. If that feels good to you, because I'm also hearing you don't need to really apologize for everything. You tend to say sorry a lot. Thank you. It's about taking accountability for the action and then intentionally reversing it. So if it's still super scary to go and apologize to another person, you don't have to apologize to that person, but it's just about taking accountability. You know what? I don't want to yell. Let me try this again. Here is why this is frustrating to me. Here is why I get so upset, and maybe I handled that the wrong way. However, the underlying feeling of this, I still need you to hear me on. You know, and you can kind of shift the conversation in that way. And then you can go back and reflect on it, or you can just pat yourself on the back and go, hey, I caught myself there and I broke that cycle, and yay me. And you deserve to treat yourself for that today. So some of these messages are feeling very specific. So if it's for you, I'm really hopeful that you hear this message and then it lands for you, because I feel like as this does, it actually opens up this entire channel of healing. And I'm hearing reversing ancestral and there's a word right on the tip of my tongue. Spirit, please give it to me. I want to say ancestral traumas and wounds, but it's also in this lifetime. So we'll just say past, but I mean in this current lifetime. So here's what I think is important to understand when I talk about ancestral is it's not just our current human self. Your current human self has DNA, ancestry and DNA from this current human self. But the soul has been through many lifetimes, and you've got ancestors from each lifetime that are also imprinted into your soul, your energetic being, into your, there's the human's DNA from this family line that you're in, but there's a whole other aspect of you, right? It's the totality of mind, body, soul. The body is the human, the mind is part human, part soul, and then the soul is the actual soul itself. I like to think of the mind it's the bridge between the soul and the body, but it's the totality of the three. So understanding that as you're breaking these cycles and these ancestral traumas, it's not just in this human family, it's in your soul family as well, your soul ancestry as well. Someone needed to hear that understanding. It feels like that gave somebody this aha or epiphany. You're doing incredible work. You may not even realize the level of healing and the work that you're doing. However, you're doing fabulous, and your guides want you to know that. So how are we going to use the energy of today? I really feel the message for today is for you to understand that this is all about surrender. Releasing, you got to let go of control. You've got to release how you want things to look. Here's the thing. We learn our thoughts create our reality, right? We learn that we have so much power and so much control. And, we can change our reality just by how we think and feel and what we do. And while all of that is true, we cannot, again, going back to that totality of mind, body, soul, we cannot forget that we are here with a soul path on a soul mission, right? Our soul has its own plan. The divine has its own plan. The human is here living it out. And because you are able to tap into this higher level of consciousness and this power, it's absolutely incredible. It is magical. And understand that your soul is actually here living out a mission. So if you really wanted to tap into purpose, thank you for clarifying the difference, Spirit. So there's yes, you have power to create whatever the human wants, but there's also your soul has a purpose. So if you want to tap into purpose and really cultivate that feeling of fulfillment, not just holy shit, I manifested $100,000. I'm really powerful. Cool. What's your purpose here? What are you doing with that $100,000? Why did your soul let you get that? Because you were supposed to do something with it. Let's tap into the soul part here. Let's tap into the purpose. What is your purpose? What are you living out? What is your soul here to live out through the human? Right? So going back to the beginning of this message, if your manifestations aren't coming true, it's typically because it's misaligned with what your soul's true purpose is. When you get in alignment with that, Spirit is okay, boom, cool, here's your 100K. Go do what you were supposed to do with it. But when you're just manifesting 100K because you want to do a certain thing with it that's out of alignment with the soul. Energetically, you're not a match for that, because the soul isn't a match for that and the human isn't a match for it. It's just something you've seen somebody else do that you want to go create, right? So this today is all about getting back into alignment with yourself. Surrender it all over. You're going to get your 100K. I'm hearing somebody's like trying to get 100K. I don't know why that's the number, but you're going to get your 100K. But you're going to get it when you realize why you were supposed to have it in the first place, and you get more in alignment with the energy of that. I also want to be super, super clear, because on March 1st, we're coming up on a Venus retrograde, and Venus is the planet of like beauty and luxury. I want you to understand something. If you're someone who has judged or feels judged when it comes to beauty, luxury, things like that, I want you to understand that Venus is a planet overseeing that energy for a reason. We all embody the energies of those planets. They're in our chart. We all have it in our chart somewhere, right? In some way, whether it's an opposing planet, if it's in a certain house, it's in our chart. Wanting things of beauty and luxury actually are a part of some people's purpose and path. So if you are someone who judges others and think that it's all about vanity and, oh, they're so vain, understanding that it may be a part of their path. And if that's you who hold yourself back from that because you feel judged, this is validation for you to take that step forward in that direction. If you want a more luxury vehicle, if you want a more luxury handbag, if you want your home to look a certain way, if you want to charge a higher price for what you're doing, understand proof and validation from your guides and your higher self. This is a part of your plan. This is a part of your path. So I was getting two messages with that. It's like some listening, maybe someone who's like, oh, money is the root of all evil. Look, all they care about is this, this, and this. That's not your business, right? Because it's part of their path. If you feel misaligned with that, that's your indicator. That's your inner guidance system going, hey, that's just not a part of your path. Your path is about the opposite of that. Your path is about finding your way through XYZ, right? So if you're someone judging, understanding that person needs to go that path, you don't have to understand it. You don't even have to agree with it. But when you find yourself, thank you so much. This is going back to those triggers that come up today. When you find yourself having such a strong opinion about that in someone else, and it was 22, as I was saying that earlier, when you find yourself annoyed or having such a strong opinion about that in someone else, that's like your indicator. That's like your flashing light inside, letting you know that that is misaligned for you. And here's a good time for you to reflect on, like, why does it bother me so much? Why do I even care so much? And the second part of that message was for those who have been hiding that part of themselves for fear of judgment, right? It's like you're super successful, or you have this big achievement, or you have this win, and you're afraid to put it out there because you're always met with resistance of like, oh, she just thinks she's better than everybody, or oh, he just thinks. That is a part of your, I'm hearing that it has to do with your like South Node and North Node, which is like the journey that you're on. It's like the up leveling that you're meant to do here, the lessons you're here to learn. It's like the journey you're actually meant to be on is actually facing that resistance, meeting it with love and kindness, and showing up unapologetically exactly as you are anyway. Be so proud of yourself. Buy yourself the luxury things. Allow yourself to be bougie, right? Because if that's who your soul is, if that's what lights you up, if that's what gives you that feeling inside, run with it. You don't need to question yourself on what lights you up and why you feel so passionately about it. That was really interesting because today is 222 and that message was really about Venus. However, it was connected in because Venus is going retrograde on March 1st until I believe April 12th. Yes, I think it's around that time frame. It's for quite an extended period of time. It's like a month and a half. During that month and a half, when the planet of love and beauty and luxury and all those things is in retrograde, it shakes that energy up. So it creates like a distorted view, like a distorted image. When we look at ourselves in the mirror, we may struggle with feeling that, or those who typically don't care about beauty and luxury and all that might start to care more, right? It just like kind of shakes up that energy a little bit. Retrograde is like something going in reverse of its normal flow. So whatever your normal energy of that is, could be in reverse come March. So today, when we're facing these triggers and these things that come up for us, for some reason, there's a connection for some of you with that, is either embracing it, and, well, for everyone to really embrace it and allow more of that in our lives and the lives of others. But again, it's reflecting, why do you care so much? Or, and again, why do you care what other people think? It's either, why do you care that someone else wants to be so luxurious and bougie? Or why do you care that someone else thinks lower of you for wanting that, right? So really reflecting on that right now that's a big message for someone, and I'm not really sure why. That's all they're giving. I'm going to leave that message alone. That's all they're giving me for that. Let's see. I think we're kind of coming to the completion of the message for this energy today. In the ebook, in the e-guide there, I talk all about what this portal is about, why it's different. I really want to just emphasize, I'm just hearing to emphasize this yet again. This is not the day. I want to be clear. This is not the day to take that bold, fierce, inspired action. This is the day about surrendering and opening up to it. I'm going to give you an example. I had a client yesterday. The inspired action that she was taking today is like, she really wants to shift into more of her spiritual gifts, offering readings, spiritual coaching, things like that. Instead of her taking this bold, inspired action today of like putting together a whole program and launching it, no, it was throw it out there that you want to offer up a free reading today for someone and just be in the energy of it. Surrender what the outcome is. Don't worry about how much am I going to charge. Don't worry about what's the sales page going to look like. Don't worry about, every detail and all, dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. Don't worry about the details of it. Just surrender to the energy of it, right? What is your desire? Can you just get in that energy? If you want to be a professional oracle reader, then just throw it out there and offer a free reading to the first person that comes through. Trust your intuition, right? Hop on a call or meet with them in person and just have fun with it. Just be in the energy of it. It takes all the pressure off of it. So this isn't that day to go and take that fierce, bold, inspired action. It's about surrendering and softening and getting into the energy of that desire in a way that feels easy, that feels flowy. It feels... I'm hearing for some of you, like if you're manifesting, like go test drive the car of your dreams. Just be in the energy of it. Just get in the car, feel, the excitement of it. Take it on the highway, take it for a ride around the block, whatever you want to do. Look at the different colors, test drive a couple of them, look at numbers, take the person's business card, right? Just be in the energy as if it's already done. If you're looking at homes, find some open houses today. Go look around. I'm also hearing somebody wants to do a kitchen renovation or a kitchen remodel. Go into different model homes that have open houses this weekend, specifically today if you can, and look at different granite countertops, different cabinets. The model homes are always set up so perfectly. See, what do I love? What don't I love? Just be in the energy of that upgraded kitchen. Go out to the remodel store, look around at different things, touch the different countertops, open the cabinets, get into the fun details of it. Do I like this kind of knob? Do I like this hardware? Just be in the energy of whatever it is that you're calling in. That feels so good for somebody. Well, actually for quite a few of you. I would love to know if there's something that you're manifesting, whatever you're going to do today, have so much fun with it. If it's that you're doing a free reading, if you're going out and picking out paint colors and doing different designs. Clearly that message is not for me. It's not me. But picking out paint colors, different designs, test driving cars, going into open houses, whatever it is. I'm also hearing that if you're manifesting better health, peace, happiness in your home, in your family, Start with the energy, like the energetics of the home itself. So like clearing the energy with like selenite, different crystals, opening up some windows, decluttering, doing a deep clean. If you have like YouTube or some kind of like music, high frequency music that you can play on your TV as you're cleaning, like just really setting the energy and the tone of your home, doing a fun little like family night tonight or movie night, whatever it is that you desire for the energy in your home, just like go create it today. Even if it's hard, even if it's like somebody's in a bad mood, cool, let them be. You don't need to be. Like just bypass that. I keep hearing it on repeat in my head, just being in the energy of what you desire in a way that feels fun and easy. Take the stress and the pressure off yourself. 3033 as I'm saying that. So 3033, lots of 333s coming up, and it's 222. So, getting the message of 333, like that angel number meeting for you and applying it to some of these messages. Okay, so I'm just hearing on repeat to being in the energy of what it is that you're trying to desire. But again, understanding the difference of this portal about not that bold, inspired action, that forceful, like, I'm going out, I'm creating and making this happen, just being in the energy of it, as if it's already done. And again, like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun, test driving this car, taking pictures of yourself in it, taking selfies, bring someone with you, have them take a video of you getting in the car, like just make it so freaking fun. I'm hearing like, let your inner child out to play today and make today all about you, all about your desires. Also, final message with this is your intuition. You've got to trust your intuition. If you can, some of you like a little challenge. So make it a challenge for yourself today that every time you get this intuitive idea, like, I promised my family I was going to make this fancy seafood dinner and all this, and I just want pizza. Go get the freaking pizza. If it's like, I said it was pizza night, but now I'm feeling inspired to do this fancy seafood dish, go do the seafood dish. If you're like, you know what? I always take this direction when I go to this place to pick up my kids from soccer or to, go visit my friend for drinks. I always go this way. Something told me to make this right. I'm making the right. It's like just every little nudge that you get, make it a game today. Make it fun. Oh, I just got this idea. I'm going to go do it. Oh, I just thought to do this. I'm going to do it. And just roll with it. If you're like, I've been really wanting to get a new plant for in front of the entryway to the house, like right when you walk in the door, go to a plant shop and buy one. Like just do whatever these nudges and intuitive guidance is for you, even if it's the smallest thing, because I always feel like as you trust these little nudges and the little guidance that you get like that, it keeps opening you up to more. And say thank you. Continue to thank the universe, continue to thank your guides as you're seeing the numbers on the billboards and the numbers on the clock, as you're getting these synchronicities. Even if this message landed for you or feels inspiring or empowering or uplifting to you, when you're finished, thank your guides for giving you the nudge to purchase this, to listen to this. Trusting, I'm very big in like everything. There's no such thing as time in my world, right? So like I always say, across all time, spaces, and realities, because it's really all just one. So if this is for 222, but you didn't get to listen to this until 225, like the message needed to come to you on 225. So thank your guides for that roadblock and not letting you hear it until 225, because that's when you needed to hear it, right? Just being so grateful and having so much fun today in any way that you can, but specifically surrounding it around your desires and the things that you're wanting to manifest and the life that you're wanting to create for yourself. On that note, my loves, I am going to end this here because I could go on all day about this, but I want to also practice what I preach. I am embodying the work that I do and the message that I deliver. So I am going to spend my day doing the same thing. One example is, as I am home full time right now, I am wanting to do more of this, really focusing on delivering powerful channeled messages, to do more readings, to get my programs and courses out there. So I put together this ebook today, did this channeled collective message for the day. I'm putting this out there. It's on my socials. I'm trusting that the messages are landing everywhere that they need to. Giving so much love and gratitude to my guides, to your guides, all of our divine teams for, weaving this web and synchronizing all of this for us to be in this shared energetic space together today, because this is what I am desiring. This is what I am creating for me. So I'm putting it out there and I'm making it so fun. I made it super affordable. I just made it so that everybody who's looking for this can get into this. And there's no pressure. There's no weight on my shoulders to get this done and hit a certain number and who am I going to reach, because it's not for me, it's for you. So I put it out there. I trusted the flow. I'm surrendering to the timeline. I'm surrendering to the guidance. I'm surrendering to the connections and trusting that my higher self is connecting to your higher self in the higher realms and bringing us together down here on earth. And it's doing it in a way that brings me my most soul-aligned people. So if you hear this, that's you, and I love you. Thank you. And it's also bringing me my most soul-aligned opportunities. The same is true for you as you go out and you embrace this energy today. So I'm sending you so much love. Such a good freaking vibe today. And I cannot wait to watch all of this unfold for you. Please share with me, whether it's in the comments on Facebook or in response to the email or on this YouTube, whatever it is, share it with me. I want to know how this lit you up. I want to know how you use this energy. I want to hear from you how this inspired you to move forward. That is the beautiful energetic exchange between us, so that keeps you in this energy as you're moving forward. Okay, I'm done. That said, so much love, so much abundance, such a high vibe, all coming your way today. Wishing you the most powerful 222 portal, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.